facts.
Hard facts.
On 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Abuja, thank you so much for always keeping it locked to 95.1 Nigeria Info, your passionate, trustworthy, and conversational radio, Nigeria Info FM. And I want to especially thank you for staying on till this very moment, this very time, which is 40 minutes after 3. Well, officially welcome you to Hard Fact. Yes, it is hard, it is intense, but we kind of lighten things up a little just before the end of the show, which is at 7 p.m. Welcome one more time. My name is Kimberly. Nwachukwu, call me Kim the Oracle, the Digital Oracle, OTF, the fellow, Ochanya One, Madam Speaker. And I'll say yes to them all. I'm super stoked, excited to be with you this Monday. I love Mondays. And one of the person I know who totally love Mondays, I'm sure you caught him on the morning show. And then you had the Vocal Majesty on the Sunny Side show. Sir L is doing a lot of work behind the scene in preparation for the I Beg to Differ national debate, which kicks off today. And our very own Cindy Paul Onyeka will be one of those who will be starting off today, facing off young man from Lagos, one of the winners from the Lagos round. So it will be intense. We'll be rooting for Cindy Paul Onyeka. She was the first runner up for the I Beg to Differ Abuja debate next to Excel Paul, and she'll be kicking off today. So Abuja is rooting for you, Cindy Paul. If you're listening, 4 p.m., we'll get to hear the fierce, intense debate between Cindy and the young man she'll be facing off with today. All right. But we're going to look at some stories quickly that are driving conversation in Nigeria, just a few of them. And then we'll get to join the debate and see how it pans out. After the news at 6 o'clock will be Eyewitness Report and Situation Update, where we'll bring you up to speed with all that is happening. For all those who wrote the WAEC 2024, it's been released. The result is out. And just before you go check, I want to wish you good luck in advance. Math and English is important, you know. In Nigeria, must make math and English alongside 3 any other subject to qualify for admission or whatever. So let's hope that if it's your first time, you scale through the first time. If it's the second time that you make that math or that English for the second time. I wrote it more than once. After school, I had to write external because I was looking for math myself. So that's why I'm saying it. You know, it's not like everybody makes their math and English in one sitting. But all the best to everyone who is trying their hands at it. We'll take a quick break. And when I return, we'll be looking at some of the big stories driving conversations. Stick around.
Let's talk on 95.1
Nigeria Info.
Hello, my name is Kimberly Nwachukwu. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is hard facts. Hard facts.
On 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
Thank you so much. Someone sent in a message saying their junior WAEC result has been released also. Okay, that's good to know. Congratulations to you. And trust you had a restful weekend. Happy Monday. Thank you very much, Tope. I sure did have a fantastic weekend. Now, let's start off with some of the stories here. Hunger protest. The police begin trials of 1,135 detained demonstrators nationwide. Several state police commands in the northern part of the country have begun the prosecution of arrested protesters during the 10-day End Bad Governance Nigeria nationwide protest. Now, while the protests were relatively peaceful in the southern part, it turned violent in the north with several lives lost, property worth billions of naira destroyed, leading to the declaration of curfew in no fewer than 5 states. The protest, which held from the 1st to the 10th, was against the rising cost of living, which has been fueled by fuel subsidy removal, surging inflation at a 28-year high, and government economic policies that pushed the naira to a record low against the dollar. At least 17 persons were reportedly killed in Abuja, Kano, Niger, Borno, Kaduna, and Jigawa State. Several others injured on the opening day of the protest, with Amnesty International condemning the use of deadly action against the protesters and accusing the security operatives of killing at least 21 of them. Police also arrested protesters, some of whom wanted the Russian flag, were waving it more like, in Kano, Kaduna, Gombe, Katsina, Yobe, Bauchi, Borno, and Jigawa, as the demonstrators assume a violent dimension, announcing that they will be duly prosecuted. Now, according to report, it shows that 1,135 arrested persons during the protest will be charged to court beginning from today. The Yobe State Police Command say it would arraign 108 persons who were arrested for various offenses, including violating the imposed curfew during the protest. That's what they say they're dealing with. Many of those arrested were arraigned on the 8th of August, denying charges against them, setting the stage for further litigation proceeding today, according to Abdul Karim in Yobe State. And several public and private facilities, including Kano State Printing Press, Nigerian Communication Commission, Kano State High Court, and a number of vehicles parked within the premises were vandalized and looted. In Kano, where 632 persons arrested for alleged destruction of property during the anti-hunger protest in the state were remanded by Kano State Mobile Court since last Tuesday, and they will appear in court on the 19th of this month, and they did share the detail of that. And it's not just Kano and Yobe State. Across the country and across the northern parts of the country, we get different degree of arrest made and prosecution. In Gombe, 14 protesters out of the 114 suspects arrested were freed on Saturday by a special court presided over by Gombe State Chief Judge Justice Halima Mohammed. And we have in Bauchi, Kaduna, where all of this is going on. A lot of them charged for vandalism, civil disobedience that led to violence, destruction of properties, and whatnot. And we get to see how it pans out. But the thing is, you want to look back at the protest, and bad governance protest, and hunger protest that ended on Saturday, and evaluate the impact of the protest that he made in the different parts of the country, and as a whole, how much impact did he made on the government, and how much change have we seen or we expected to see. I know that some speculators who are said to be the organizers of the protest are saying if nothing changes on the 1st of October, they'll be back on the street. But I mean, you want to look at strategy as to which you went out, and you want to look at the demand that was made and the result that you got based off on the demand to see if it was worth that in the first instance. Some will always say if you die during the protest, it feels like no gain at that point in time. But we should be able to, one, hold security personnel accountable for how they manage protest, even if it degenerates, how you manage it tells, the level of training that you've received and the premium you place on life, which we've always debated and argued about in the country. We don't feel like there's a lot of premium put on Nigerian lives. However, sometimes you get to see this protest degenerate into like a riot and a crisis situation. Some criminals ride on the wave to loot and destroy and to steal. It's not really the easiest situation to manage, but with proper training, I mean, this is something you see all over the world. With every protest, there will be pockets of people who want to, for their own selfish interest, want to take things that don't belong to them or disrupt the flow of the protest. So it's important to see how moving forward we manage it, because there will always be protests, not just in Nigeria, in America, in the UK, in any part of the world. There's a tendency for people to come out in large numbers and make demands of their government. So 10 days of the End Bad Governance protest, how would you rate it? What result did we get from it? Was it worth it? And did it send a message, in your opinion? Or do you think this is just the start of something that, if it's not properly handled by the government, might get to see a bit more civil unrest or social unrest from the people? Okay, so I would love your 2 cents on that. You can call me up on 0700 951 0000 or 0809 5974 869. Our WhatsApp number is open, 0809 9930137. We're doing the roundtable today up until 4 o'clock, and then we'll set the stage for the I Beg to Differ national debate from 4 o'clock to about 5:30, 6 p.m. And I don't have a guest with me for that. We'll see how it pans out tomorrow. How we manage time will determine if I'll come along with a guest on the show tomorrow. So, End Bad Governance protest. It's done and dusted for now. 10 days over. How far? What's came out of it is what I want to find out from you. But let's go on a quick break. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown of intellect and persuasion. The I Beg.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
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 Continued, it is the roundtable. We're looking at some of the big stories driving conversation. We started off with the End Bad Governance protest. The police says that a lot of people will be arraigned today, charged to court over the role they played during the protest. And we're looking at the big picture and the impact of the 10-day protest on government policies, programs, and the need to end hunger and bad governance in the country. Do you think much impact was made with that particular protest? And this whole call that if nothing changes, the 1st of October, they might come out on the street. Do you think it will be worth it at the end of the day? Some would say that the people who led protests in the past are the ones in government. They know how these things work. They know the best way to neutralize or fuel a particular uprising or situation at the end of the day. But how would you rate the impact of the 10-day protest that happened from the 1st to the 10th of August 2024 to end bad governance and hunger in the country? Also, the Nigerian Labour Congress yesterday asked President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration to stop the blame game, reverse its policies that have caused hardship to Nigerians, and engage in meaningful dialogue with relevant stakeholders. Similarly, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 polls, Peter Obi, said the nationwide protest which ended on Saturday were a call on Nigerian leaders to reflect deeply on the growing poverty in the country and take steps to address it. Now, former National Vice Chairman, Northwest of the ruling APC, Saliu Lukman, spoke in the same vein, describing the nationwide protest against hunger and bad governance as sufficient ground for impeachment of the president and some state governors. The NLC also alleged that President Tinubu took over the reign of power. He's engaged in harassment and intimidation of labor leaders, adding that the recent invasion of his headquarters was to provoke the labor movement. So let's open up the phone lines and get to hear from you on Facebook and YouTube. Go check us out, all right? Check us out. I am here with this young gentleman. Introduce yourself.
I'm Daniel.
Good afternoon, my sister.
All right. And Daniel is here also. You don't hear much from him, but he's seated pretty and just joining the conversation. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, my sister. Well done, work.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Sister Kim.
Yes, sir.
This is Engineer Ola speaking with you from Abuja.
Engineer, let's start with the impact of the protest. How would you assess how it played out?
Sister Kim, about the protest, the only thing I would say about the protest is a warning. The government might think maybe they have intimidated people concerning this protest to gag it the way they were able to manage to gag it. But what I would just what I want to just say is that is a warning, because just like one guy analyzing all these protests said, he said they should be happy that the protest has a date that is going to start. That the way they are now doing is for them to do their work, to do the needful, so that people will not have a reason to protest again, because the next protest might not have any date to just happen. And the government, the security agencies and everybody, they will be overwhelmed. So my sister, they might think maybe, they have won, they have got people, they are blaming governor, blaming. Do you know that of recent, that all the money that the president is claiming that he gave the governor, some of them are denying that he did not give them. So, Sister Kim, one thing I just want to tell this, I've always said it on your program, if you remember. I told you that me, Ola, I didn't expect anything from this particular person that is ruling us, because I know his antecedents. Everybody that keep on saying, he built Lagos, that is left for the person. But me, I know his antecedents. So I'm not surprised. So the only thing I would just say is this: all this giving palliative rights and all of that, it annoys me anytime I hear about it. Chairman, Mr. President, bring back the subsidy. Bring back the subsidy first. Let us start from there. Then we know the next place to go to. But bring back the subsidy first. That is what I've just said. Thank you, my sister.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello. Auntie Kimberly.
Yes, boss. Welcome.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
I greet you. I greeted Abubakar Bola State, Tinubu, Pekin, and the rest of them. This is not calling from Niger State.
Go ahead.
To me, as General has earlier said, it's just a warning. And this process, I believe, it's a call of warning to everybody, both the politicians, the traditional rulers, even the pastors and the imam that do support the politicians at times. I think this is a call for them to be telling the politicians the truth on what the masses are going through. You understand? Because everybody is involved. I think they should wake up from their sleep, because another day of the process may not have a date. Understand? They should try from now to the end of this year to see that they fix one or two things. That the insecurity of our refineries and the rest of them.
All right.
They should do one or two things so that people will know that, yes, these people have, at least they have woke up from their slumber. That's my take.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Kimberly.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Yeah, it's Kingsley.
Kingsley, we're listening. Oops. Good afternoon. Hello. Good afternoon.
The oracle.
You're welcome.
Oh, the spirit of Shrine now.
Everything good.
I know. You know that time that you are talking about why the wife is out, that you end up writing your mathematics again. You know, during those times that we wrote, is Babaya. You know, in Lagos we used to call it, the office is in Yaba, so we say Babaya is coming. The fear of WAEC alone self is the order of the failure. Okay, this is about, but anyway, the protest bar is very good thing that those guys even shut down the country for a complete 10 days. You know, federal government.
But did they really? But did we really shut down the country in 10 days? If you really look at it,
they shut down. Honestly speaking, they shut down. It's going to talk event of reality. They shut down the country for complete 10 days. Banks are not working. There are some places that you have to see the curfew or here and there. They shut down many things. So business are not moving the way it's supposed to move. Even you yourself, you're there for house for like how many days? You're there for house now. You know, it's good. So, project not going to happen. Nothing. So, it's a warning. It's a warning. So, people just do the needful so that at the end of the day, they can know that Nigeria is still very much available and know the right thing to do for the country so that the country can move forward. But Tinubu, you don't do anything for this Nigeria. Nothing will go achieve. I'm telling you the truth.
All right. Elder is not so optimistic, rather, that much is going to come out of the 10-day protest that happened already. Let's get more of your input. Remember, we talked about the police, over 1,000 people arrested for different degree of offense committed during the End Bad Governance protest, and they'll be charged to court starting from today. A lot of them, their cases are start and continuing for those who pleaded not guilty. We'll get to see how it pans out in the different states, particularly in the northern parts of Nigeria, where the protest was a bit more intense, and in some places degenerated into violence and other level of disturbance. We're also getting your opinion about the impact of the 10-day protest. Do you think it kind of like hit the nail on the head as to what the message is and the impact of that protest? Would you say it's maximum enough to get the government to introspect, reevaluate, and want to like pay attention to some of those critical areas of demand, like hunger, the economy, and the purchasing strength of the average person, returning fuel subsidy, electricity tariff reduced, or I beg your pardon, subsidy on electricity reduced, subsidy returned back to. That's a subsidy on electricity reduced. No, Ban A apparently is no longer subsidized, so they pay more for that. And people are saying they're paying more for electricity. Something needs to be done about that. And then the first subsidy demand is take us back to where you met us before you remove the subsidy in terms of buying of petrol. We just want to know if you think the protest did make any much impact. Just so you know, there's a new head of service sworn in already. Let's hear this caller and we'll tell you more about that. Stay with us. Hello.
Good afternoon, Barrister Kim.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Dr. Lajide from UCC.
Welcome, Dr. Lajide.
Protesters warn me that they will come back October 1st. We are free to come. And those people who are doing them, we should continue to watch them. Barrister Kim, when this problem happened, we survived it. It is free Nigerians that survive it. To let them come back October again, so that we can survive it again. What has changed? Barrister Kim, are you there?
We're listening.
Very good. The protest, do you know why the protest is not hold water? Is that those states they thought they want to do the people get they don't want it. And I still know by that October, those people who don't say they rejected them, they will still reject them. Those that accept them, they will accept them. Shaking. But we should all know that this country, whatever we are calling for it will land on everybody's head. And this first subsidy they are talking about, we will continue to say it here, that the money, is the federal government that has been beneficiary of that money since they removed it. The states have been being beneficiary. The local government have been beneficiary. This protest is only for federal government. What happened to state and local governments? There are a lot of money states have gotten will accept it. What are you using that money for in your state to eliminate this trouble of people? We are talking of CNG buses for federal government. What happened to state? No CNG, is it a submitting for state to provide?
No, but on the CNG buses, I don't recall states making that promise on their own. It was the federal government that did put out that we're going to have CNG buses distributed. No, it's a different thing if you're interrogating what the states are doing, but to put that on them might be misplaced. I am not a barrister, sir.
It's good for them to provide it. It's good for them. Just to make sure that people are eliminated from this family. They kept quiet. It's only federal government. Let us continue like this and see. Let them come out October and see who is suffering. Who is suffering it. Is it not with the masses? The government of the side, they are driving the attack free with fuel everywhere they are. Now we are protesting, we are doing surgery. Look at all the things they destroyed. They are still concerning any government official. So what we are saying, this is what people are calling for. Let them continue to call for it. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Let's hear this caller quickly. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Kim.
Yes, you're welcome.
The Oracle herself. I greet you specially. How is the gods doing?
I bet every god is fine.
Oh, they are not hungry.
Someone say hand they touch on different levels.
You don't mean it. So those people bring it is now, they no longer bring for the gods. It is well, Lord, it is well. The Oracle, my name is DJ and I'm calling you from Kagini.
Welcome, DJ.
You see, it is painful because the federal government, they use every device, every apparatus to bottle the protesters in one corner. They boss them in one corner. However it is, the guys, those that came out to protest, I praise their bravery, their courage, and their ability to even stand out. Because the federal government did everything humanly possible to ensure that they kill the plan, they kill whatever they want to do. And it was not the best. They should have allowed them to protest, hear them out, hear the grievances, not bust to the national stadium to go and be singing. Are they watching football match or doing what? Whatever they want to do, give them room. So far, you are there to ensure it did not get off hand. But however it is, we thank God, though the guys did not actually achieve all they want to achieve, they will not we cannot predict Nigerians. Anything can still come up anytime. Because the way I am now, I'm very, very angry. I must tell you. Very, very angry. In my area here in Kagini, along Kubwa Express, do you know that they've moved us to Band A? Last week here, everybody started complaining. Buying the units, 1,000 naira, you get 4 units. What do you do? What have we done to the point of federal government giving us a Band A status? When we are along, what's it called, Kuba Express.
It doesn't matter if you are along Kuba Express. Do you get light 20 hours plus? That's the key thing. It doesn't matter where you're resident.
No, we don't get it. We don't get it. Let's tell ourselves the truth. We are in Nigeria. God so blessed this country to the point of the leaders don't even know how to even enhance or make use of the available resources God gave to this country. We have crude all over in South. They cannot even put up a refinery that will enable us refine our products so that we use. We are not supposed to be buying fuel more than 100 naira. I keep saying it. We don't have any business buying fuel more than 100 naira per liter. We don't have any business buying gas, a kg of gas more than 50 naira, because we are so blessed. Go to Niger Delta. Take a time, take a vacation, go to Focados, go to Escravos, see the way they are flaring the grass, see the way they are flaring it. Dig ground, you will see crude oil here. It is not something we make noise about. This thing, we have it. But our leaders, they don't know how to even harness this federal government God gave to this country. It's not the best. It's not the best. It's painful. we must tell ourselves the truth. What are we, the masses, benefiting from federal government? Because if I have my opportunity, I will tell President Tinubu, if you do everything humanly possible to ensure that fuel is constant, we have crude, we cannot refine. They will go and bring fuel from another country, and we'll still be having a queue every now and then. Queue. What is wrong with us? America, if they don't have this crude, we have. There's no queue in their country. Several countries that buy crude from us. Indians, they don't have fuel scarcity, but we have it here. What is our problem? We cannot just fix one thing for the masses to enjoy. We cannot fix one thing for us to be proud of and say, yes, we have a leader. They cannot fix petroleum. They cannot fix refinery. They cannot fix the gas. They cannot fix lights. Why are we Nigerians, for God's sake? Why are we Nigerians? Why?
All right.
Why? We are
Thank you very much. I think you've made your point crystal clear. Mohammed Zakari Tanko on Facebook. I told you we're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info. Abuja says, I'm Tanko from Tunga Maje watching you live. Good afternoon, Nigeria Info and the listener. Concerning protest matter, the Nigerians are very, very concerned about the protest. These are important issues in the country which someone can... Okay. I'll say on social media, I'm not sure I truly understand what you mean, Mohammed. Carlo Bisk says, I'm also hearing feedback. A lot of you are talking about Lorena Andrade. Is it any better now? I have my headphone off. Is it better? I need response to know, because it's best when I have my headphone on. But if you say you're getting a whole back on Facebook, I need to be sure it's from the headphone I have on. But if it hasn't changed, that means that's not the reason at all. Sylvester says Nigerian police, they want to aggravate the anger. Say it out loud. Mute. Where? I did. So I don't know where it's coming from. I was talking with the guy behind the scene on the feedback. You say you hear. Please take off your headphone. There's an echo on the feedback audio coming from your headphone. I don't know where that is coming from. I really don't know. So please, if you're on Facebook, just let me know. I muted that one also. If you're there, please let me know if you're getting any feedback still on Facebook, or if YouTube the audio is clear on YouTube. All right, I truly would appreciate that. Let's see messages quickly. I knew from day one that the protest would do more damage than good, and it's politically motivated. That's why I never believed in the protest. And to the opposition who turned themselves to people's friends, they're only doing what they're doing just to deceive people, both those in government and both they and those in government are all equal, says Oludade Abiodun. Let's see here. They said our president built Lagos. They left him to build Nigeria. Have cement finished in the market? Huh? Yellow man from Yanya. All right, I see your message. Let's hear. My daughter is one of the candidates who sat for the exam this year, 2024. Oh, so you want to know if junior WAEC, I thought you meant junior WAEC result had come out, and that's why I say congratulations also for that, but I do not have that info. I'm going to find out. What I know is for the WAEC proper itself. The senior one, that is. The End Bad Governance protest was not managed properly, but they have made their statement, and I believe that the government heard them. The same government campaigned seriously against the protest, and they sponsored anti-protest to protest against the protesters. To me, the protest succeeded in shutting down the economy for 10 days, says Ambassador Afam. In my assessment, hunger-sponsored protesters in Nigeria went into the street. However, security operative killed Nigerians as usual. The police cracked down, as they are fond of using such annoying phrase, on armless protesters. People killed, life goes on as usual in Nigeria. But elsewhere, Tinubu should either resign honorably or be impeached for the life of people lost. From February 27, 2023, I have taken my seatbelt and I'm tightening it harder every day because I saw it even before this happened, says Israel. It's only in Nigeria that citizens will protest and the president will sit comfortably not saying anything. In my opinion, the nation address by the president didn't make much impact. I can assure you the second phase of the protest is on the way, fully loaded. Matthew from Airport Road. Will you be the one organizing it this time around? Because you seem pretty confident on the impact of it. All right, so we hear that Yobe State has relaxed the curfew imposed in Potiskum. Even more, Kaduna State has also relaxed their curfew. I think they're still back to shutting down at 8 p.m. and then to 8 a.m. But hopefully in the coming days, they will relax it even further. If the protesters are found guilty, where would they be incarcerated? I didn't know you are a barrister, Sir G.O. from Airport Road. I am not. I didn't go to law school or anything. Thank you very much for wondering out loud. Okay, let's go back and hear more. All right, I said I was going to give you the detail of the new head of service we have, and we are hoping that she comes with something new. As the president swore in Esther Wilson Jack as head of service of the Federation, she was sworn in before the commencement of the Federal Executive Council meeting Monday. In a statement on the 17th of July, Anjorin Gelali, presidential spokesperson, said our appointment would take effect from the 14th of August. And Gelali said for Lashade Yemieson, the outgoing head of service, will retire from the civil service on the 13th of August. And I'm aware that they had even done, is it her 60th and Thanksgiving party for leaving office after serving diligently in capacity at head of service. Well, Wilson Jack was appointed as Federal Permanent Secretary in 2017 and has served in several ministries, according to the statement. The new appointee will take over from the incumbent head of civil service of the Federation, Dr. Falashade Emi Esson, CFR, who is due to retire on the 13th. The president, while thanking the outgoing head of service for her stewardship, tasked the incoming head of service to discharge her duty with innovation, flair, integrity, and stringent adherence to the extant rules and regulation of the civil service of the Federation. She holds a Bachelor of Law degree from the University of Lagos and was called to bar in 1987. Before joining the Federal Civil Service, she was the Solicitor General Bayelsa and also served as the Permanent Secretary of the State Ministry of Justice. We say congratulations and wish her the very best, and looking forward to see the kind of ideas and reforms that she's going to bring to the civil service to make it even more productive, hopefully a lot better than Dr. Yemi Esson left it. Hello.
Hello, Kimberly. My line went off before.
Okay, go ahead, please.
About this protest that went by, there is a saying that when a peaceful revolution is made impossible,
Akambi Clothing Fashion School says they can hear me crystal clear in Gwarimpa via YouTube. That's good to know. So Facebook guys, let me know, is it any better? Are you getting hold back? At least I've gotten a feedback from Akambi that the audio quality on YouTube is perfecto. What's the situation on Facebook? October 1st, we're coming back. Aitoma Ibe said, okay. Ufo from UK, I hear you loud and clear. Uche, thank you very much. And Calorie say clear and loud now. All right. So it was a headphone after all. Thank you guys for the feedback. I appreciate. Hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Welcome to the Roundtable. What's your name?
Thank you so much. My name is Omotayo, reaching you from Galadima this afternoon.
Go ahead, Omotayo.
Yes, Madam Kim, I celebrate you first of all, and I appreciate the oracle that gave you the permission to still be the mouthpiece of the gods, even till this moment. That's because you are doing the job very well. Okay, very quickly, Barrister Kim, Madam Kim, sorry, don't mind me.
Where is this barrister thing coming from? You guys, I take or beg you. I like school, but not that much. So barrister is out of it. Go ahead, do.
Don't mind me. They talk in size, actually. So, you see, when we see the truth, I'm one of those that like to speak the truth the way it is. Tell you concerning the impact, first of all, of the protest. The actual truth is the impact was not correctly felt. And the sole reason is because the government actually infiltrated by the law, using the law against the law, to actually put a stop to the protest. Because naturally, Abuja is the center of Nigeria. So it should be more felt in Abuja if it
actually must make impact. But because it was not, because the government is not democratic, rather it's autocratic, if you permit me to use that word. That is why the process was not properly set. Then for the interference of the police, sincerely speaking, Madam Kim, the Oracle, I would not lie to you, it is not impressive. It is not impressive at all. The police actually didn't live up to expectation. And I was surprised. One of the key things that made me surprised, Oracle, is the fact that all through the call for the attack of insecurity and for completely stopping these attacks and kidnapping and all of that. Do you know that we never see this number of security agencies on our streets, on every nook and crannies? Mrs. The Oracle, I was on the protest ground. I was there as a journalist because I was covering the proceedings. And it was not it at all. This right there in front of the stadium, 2 people was arrested, even from my vehicle, when I was about to leave. They were arrested. These people are innocent people, bystanders. In fact, they were coming from the farm. You need to see them. They were actually looking muddy in their wear. But they were arrested by the DSS, covering their face and wearing black, all black, with different vehicles coming in convoy. They just stopped and, they crossed me and they took these 2 people. So more of the people that are going to be feeling the impact of this judgment eventually are mostly innocent people, not really the people who committed one atrocities of vandalism or the other. So that's the problem we have in this country. Our justice system will actually pay negativity to people who deserve positivity. Their voice will not be heard because this is the same government who appointed the chief judge, who increased the salary of lawyers and judges. Definitely, they will answer to the call of their master. So that's the problem we have. And if you are calling for a speech before this dialogue, it's the same people who are causing the problem you are telling to fix the problem. But it's as if the dialogue is not on the basics of do or die. I tell you before God and man, it will not make any sense. Nothing will come out of it at the end of the day. Thank you very much. Omotayo from Galadima.
All right, thank you very much, Omotayo. I appreciate. Okay, yes, Omotayo has 2 cents there. And I think at this point, we just have to take a quick break and see how the stage is set for the I Beg to Differ debate national, which I mentioned, kicks off today. Abuja is ably represented. Lagos is there. Port Harcourt is there. And we'll get to hear how our representative from Abuja face off.
More conversation.
Someone from Lagos today. All right, so Sindipo Onyeka will be representing us. Let's go on a quick break, though.
Welcome back.
Hello, my name is Kimberly. I'm the host of Hard Facts, and I bring you the biggest stories driving conversation every weekday here on 95.1 Nigeria Info Hard Fact Show. I love to get your opinion and conjectures, but the facts you cannot dispute here on Hard Facts. Join me and let's talk.
This is Nigeria Info.